Hello there, this is fairbinaryoptions.com, and it is, as you can see, the 24th of September. It is a beautiful Wednesday. What we're looking here is nothing but a continuation pattern for the US dollar and Canadian dollar. As you can see, it is trying to make a new high here and probably is going to make a new high, as I'm looking for a contracting triangle that ended here, and now we should have some more pressure to the upside. What would be the contracting triangle? The contracting triangle started with the previous highs here and here at the top, and then it has, of course, 5 different legs labeled with letters, of course. So this would be wave A to the downside, followed by the B wave to the upside here, followed by the C wave here, the D wave, and then with the E wave here we have the end of the contracting triangle. Now this end of the contracting triangle implies that it is nothing but a corrective wave, either a B wave or a fourth wave. I would suspect it is a fourth wave, and the move to follow should be nothing but an impulsive move. And like any contracting triangle, this one traveling within the A and C and B and D trend lines, it looks like this. This would be the A and C trend line. This would be the B and D trend line. Like this. And of course, it needs to go minimum measured move for the triangle, the thrust of the triangle, and that is something like 75% of it, well, of the longest wave. Well, if you measure 75% of the longest wave, that would be something like this, and you put it on top of the at the end of the contracting triangle in here, then you will have that actually the market is positioning for the 112 level, and I would say that is quite an interesting level for the US dollar and Canadian dollar. Therefore, as a consequence, we can only go for call options here, and we can only go for higher values on the pair to come. So let's write on the screen that we are buying the US dollar and Canadian dollar call options with end of week expiration date. What does it mean, end of week expiration date? It means by next Friday, when the US markets are closing, that would be the moment to see if the option expires in the money or not. So let's write here that we are buying call options with end of week expiration date for the US dollar and Canadian dollar. If you look at the consolidation area here overnight, and you might see that the market is actually forming a possible bullish flag as well. This would be the consolidation area to the downside. This would be the edge or the upside wedge, and now we are struggling to break that one. On a break higher, the measure move to come should point to a higher level, probably around 111.60. So nothing but more bulls to join the US dollar and Canadian dollar party. It is, if you want, a move caused by the weak retail sales yesterday, which gave the signal for more US dollar Canadian dollar strength. And if you put that into perspective with what's happening on the currency markets in general, then you might consider that the US dollar Canadian dollar is being perceived as being the leading currency pair in a risk on, risk off environment. I would say that the US dollar Japanese yen will be now the one that should trigger the risk off, risk on, but this one, the US dollar Canadian dollar, has nothing but bullish outcome, at least for the rest of the week. So I would say thank you for being here, fairbinaryoptions.com. Make sure you check out our Binary Options Academy and all the projects that we have there. And make sure you keep your eye on the US dollar Canadian dollar, as again, this is a leading currency pair. Thank you and bye bye.